This is the Volvo EX90, a large luxury electric SUV. That's a lot to say, but mate, there's a lot to say about this car. Who's it good for? Why is it so damn good? What are some issues I have with it, surprisingly? And yeah, why it deserves the price tag that it does. Charging the EX90 is actually very good, albeit could be better. On board there's an 11 kilowatt charger which is capable of charging this from 0 to 100% in 10 hours. Cost wise, if you've got solar it's going to be free. If you've got an EV plan it'll be about $9, or on a typical 35 cents per kilowatt hour, $38. Take it to a rapid charger and you can go up to 250 kilowatts, which Volvo claims will take from 10 to 80% in 30 minutes. Cost wise, for 45 cents, about 50 bucks, or at 75 cents per kilowatt hour, $83. But it could be better. It's only got 400 volt architecture, and it should ideally, I think for this price point, have 800 volt, which is coming. Volvo is going to be including on all their electric lineup in the next generation of cars. So that would mean 10 to 80% in just 20 minutes. So if time is money, you might want to wait. One of the cool features of this car is its Thor headlights. You see what it just did? I think it winked. I like to think it winked, but these are the daytime run lamps, and when you put the headlights on, it opens up to have the headlights. It's pretty clever stuff. Now, overall, I love the look of this car, except for that Lidar unit. It's ugly, is it not? Like, you can see it. It's a taxi, it's a London cab for goodness sake, but the Lidar up there is for a potential full self-driving capability that can come to this car in the future, just not now. With its profile, it is a huge car. I can't begin to tell you how big this thing is. It's over 5 meters long. It's got 3 rows, Chris. And yeah, it resolves beautifully, and I can forgive that stupid Lidar unit. But the back is typical Volvo with the vertical lines, with the LED lights, and a very strong gusto little look to it. You can configure the Volvo EX90 with 6 different colors, and this one is called Sand Dune, or as I like to call it, it looks a bit more brown than white than sand. I don't know, it's not my favorite color, but whatever color you choose, they're all included in that price, so that's pretty amazing. Let's talk about the differences between the 2 different models. On the Ultra, you get high definition pixel lights instead of standard LED headlights. The Ultra also has active chassis control and air suspension. The door handles are self-presenting and have built-in lights. You get tinted rear glass on the Ultra. You can configure it in one of 2 ways realistically. Both are dual motor, so they call them twin, and starts at $117,000 before on-road costs, or go for the Ultra pack, that's like performance pack, and that bumps it to $124,000 again before on-road costs. These are 22-inch wheels. The base model has 20-inch, and there's a few other options in there too. So all up all told, you can be getting around about the $140,000 drive away in Victoria. For what is a luxury electric SUV, equivalent in size to a Tesla Model X, that seems about right actually. And like, what's the other car to compare it to here, Chris? Polestar 4, again, same price. So it's an interesting market that we're currently living in. One of the cool things with the EX90 is it's got Android Automotive in it, so I've got Google Assistant. Watch this. Hey Google, close the garage door.
All right, closing the garage door.
Yeah. It's a really awesome feature. This is the quietest car. I am barely raising my voice. In fact, some would say whisper. It is that quiet. They've got laminate glass throughout. They've done a lot of sound dampening. Despite those 22-inch wheels, it is really quiet in here. I'm very certain, I haven't done it yet, but I'm absolutely certain this is going to be the quietest car I've ever reviewed. The Volvo EX90 features walk-up unlock as well as lock and a kick-to-open boot. You've also got a button down there just in case. Being a large SUV, the Volvo EX90 doesn't disappoint. With that 5-meter long wheelbase, with all seats up, this rear compartment is about 324 litres and underfloor 72 litres. Very usable, and FYI for my Tesla fans out there, Tesla includes this space up here, which Volvo doesn't. So these numbers actually are bigger if you really want to pack this thing to the rafters. We transported a friend to the airport, and here's what one bag looks like in that space, again with all seats up. Now, through these buttons over here or on the passenger sides, you can lower the motorized third row down, and that space increases to 697 litres, or put the second and third row down and then increases to 2,135 litres. Massive, massive amount of space. And up front, by the way, there's actually a 46 litre frunk, and I think it looks bigger than what that number suggests, and definitely very usable for your charging equipment, say. To help with loading and unloading this vehicle, there's a really cool feature here that with the air suspension we can actually lower or raise this car. So, oh, it's going down. I'm going to hit my head in a second. And of course it can go up. Isn't that cool? So I transported a 2.2 meter desk in this car on the weekend, and that was very handy, along with all the space that this car has to offer. For those who have experienced ever a third row in a car, you know full well that the space back here is always cramped and confined. And I'm helped out right now that this second row, you can actually slide these seats forwards and backwards to make more space for the rear passengers. That said, Volvo recommends only people at 170 centimeters or shorter. And today, I'm feeling that. So headroom, I've barely got a centimeter. I would have to tuck my feet under these seats, and it's a wee bit cramped, but it's okay. Knee room's actually pretty respectable, and for 2 seats across the back here, more than enough. Love how you've got integrated light, rear vent, and this car, by the way, has got quad zone aircon, so that means for the driver, passenger, left and right, second row, and whatever they set, you're going to get back here with those vents. There's USB-C sockets back here, as well as drink holders, and it's actually pretty good. And getting in and out is okay. But at this price point, I don't understand why these seats are motorized, yet the second row isn't. Like, what's that about? I think at this price, this second row absolutely should be powered. In the second row, passengers get rear heated seats, which you can control through the center screen here, along with your HVAC, so temperature up, down, fan, and so forth. You've got vent, map pockets, and part of the experience of this car is, get this, 24 speakers. I kid you not. It's purely amazing. See these things up here? They're actually Atmos speakers. They're hard effect speakers, including in the headrest here, some speakers like what I saw in the Polestar 4. Oh, I can't begin to tell you how awesome the audio is in this car. The Volvo EX90 can be configured in a variety of ways. In interior, you've got 3 different choices. This wood veneer, I believe, is Cardamone Nordico. I think I've got that right, but if you know, please comment below and I'll pin your comment. I love the mixture of materials, from the soft touch surfaces on the dash, next level down, there's like an Alcantara trim. You've got the veneer, as I said, and then a glove compartment that's inaccessible with a bloody on-screen button. I can't stand when car makers reduce buttons to an absolute bare minimum. I get why they do it, for cost saving, but this is a premium car and I expect to see an open button. Anyway, first world problem over. Plenty of storage space in here. You've got a total of 10 bottle holders, and all very decent in size. And storage, very good. Under here it's lined, so if you put something down there, it's not going to rattle around. There's even like an elastic band down there. You've got a wireless charger, which also links in with the Apple Wireless CarPlay. And Android Automotive is actually built in, so if you're in Team Android, you need not actually do any wireless thing with your phone here. You can just sync everything from your accounts with your car. So think Spotify, Audible, you name it, anything in the Play Store that can be in Android Auto is here. It's excellent. You've got 6 USB-C sockets, a deep cavernous bin here, which also has a spot for like a tissue box. People say it's supposed to be where you hide things, but realistically, no, it's designed for actually having the tissues come out of it. Yeah. And in general, it's like just such a luxurious car. And you know why? These seats. 10-way, power adjustable, ventilated, heated, and massage. And it's not just half-baked massage. No, 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 no. This rolls. There's like 5 different modes to it, intensity levels. It does a 20-minute massage. And every day I've been coming home from work and enjoying not one, but 2 of them in a row. Because, you know, you work hard, you play hard, you want to have a nice car that goes with that. I should have mentioned, by the way, as beautiful as this panoramic roof is, it doesn't have an integrated motorized sunshade. The last car review was the MG S5 EV, a car that costs 1/3 the price of this one, and that has it, and this car doesn't. So yeah, Volvo, I know you can have an accessory, like an aftermarket accessory that you can buy from Volvo that fits this, but it should be built in, seriously. The Volvo EX90 is like any new electric car. You've got your phone as a digital key rather, and you've also got a card. Now you tap this on the door handle, which is a bit different, but okay. This is a backup, by the way, so keep it in your wallet, say. And you also just put it down here on the recharge spot, the wireless charging spot, and away it goes. Driving and visibility, well, very good. So I love the 360-degree camera suite in this. Great high quality, shows me everything I need to see around this car, gives me the guidelines as to where the wheels are going to be going, and it's got ultrasonic sensors, so tick, 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 all good things. I feel that this car is definitely going to be used by people who will be doing the kids pickup, driving to school sports, going out for a night somewhere, having a lot of fun, just zipping around town, because they get up and they go in this car is crazy, and we'll get to that 0 to 100 in a minute. But otherwise, the seat is commanding, very comfortable, customizable, and because you've got different profiles in here, your aircon, your audio, seat position, steering position, everything is actually memorized. So when I get in this car, compared to, let's say, my missus, it's going to be configured differently. And I really do appreciate that. Something that I'm going to sound very nitpicky about, but you know, each to their own. You hear the clicking noises for the indicator? That's actually been based off supposedly nature sounds. They went around in a forest and broke something like 300 different fallen twigs, and then they combined it again. They synthesized it together to make it that sound. I find it annoying. I haven't thought about it before, because it's the same as Polestar, same sound, but right now, today, I need another coffee, I guess. Anyway, steering is rather direct. I've put it into firm mode because I've found in whatever the other mode is called, it to be just a little floaty, a little bit not very direct. Whereas if I have in firm, I feel confident that where I point this car is going to go. Being dual motor, it actually will use both motors to get up and go, but when at speed, it will actually deactivate the rear motor. And if you need it to be going all the time, let's say you're in snow conditions, dirt, sand, whatever, you can always put it into constant performance mode or all-wheel drive mode. And that's going to give you maximum acceleration and also maximum grip at all speeds. It won't deactivate until your next drive. So I really do appreciate that. Rated range in the EX90 is supposedly, get this, 570 kilometers, which is absolutely laughable. And I believe they're using WLTP for that, but they're also using NEDC for the efficiency of 16.9 kilowatt hours per 100k. So not even damn close. That's otherwise known as not even, like NEDC, not even damn close. I said it twice, but It's the worst way in which you can rate range in any car. So WLTP is pretty good, but real world, the car gives you real life updates all the time. It's constantly monitoring how you're driving, what your conditions are, and well, that's a bit of rough road back there, mate. Anyway, and I'm finding I'm getting about 21, 22 kilowatt hours per 100 Ks. So for me, that's going to give about 500 kilometers from this 111 kilowatt hour battery pack, of which 107 kilowatt hours is actually usable. So it's an NMC battery, by the way, and that means that ideally for day-to-day living, the car suggests you to do 90% charge, not to 100%, only for that long drive, you know, that once every blue moon sort of drive. So your usage will vary, because invariably there'll be someone in the comments right now, hi, who will say, oh, I don't know how come you get such high, you know, what were you doing? Were you pelting it? Were you doing 0 to 100 times? Maybe, but even so, it's a very heavy vehicle. It's like 2.7 to 2.8 ton, depending on which version you buy. And I said version. Definitely sound like I said something else then. And so it's a very heavy vehicle. It's fully laden, feature packed, and you can't just get away from that weight very easily, can you? And it's very subtle. You can change the suspension on this version of the car, because it does come with adaptive air suspension as well as adaptive coils. So they are adjusting 500 times per second, which is crazy. It feels really appropriate. And now get this, you know me, I love my one pedal driving, and this car does it really well. It's excellent, can't fault it. It feels very natural and bitey. That is to say, it brings a car to a complete stop without you ever touching the brake whatsoever. But a mode, in fact, actually, I'll do it now, because this is a perfect situation. We've got some very slow moving traffic here up Mount Macedon today, and it's got this automatic mode. Now, I've featured this in other cars, well, I've talked about this in other cars rather, and this I found to be actually better, get this, better than one pedal driving. Am I really going to say that? I'm going to say it, okay. So I'll turn off that for a second. So now I've just turned off everything. So one pedal's not on, auto mode's not on. I'm going to press that button again, and it's in auto. So what is going to happen now is that if the car in front of me were to brake and I take my foot off the accelerator, it's going to brake this car and bring it to a complete stop like you would with one pedal driving. If we're in a situation where we're just coasting along the freeway and highway and I take my foot off the accelerator, it's going to coast. It is genuinely going to coast this car. You'll see a zero sum on the energy being used by the car and also regen. So for those people who believe, it's not me, but there's some out there, they believe that one pedal driving is not the most efficient way to drive a car. In fact, coasting is better. This is your mode. This is your jam. And it's kind of similar to, like, if you drive a manual car, if you want to coast it, like really coast it, you'll put the car in a neutral as you're going along. Not recommended, not very safe, but you could do that. This is the same sort of deal, but obviously you've got the acceleration on tap whenever you need it. Oh, my ears are popping as we go up this mountain. Visibility, excellent, very good. Out the front here, generous proportion. The APL is typical large size, very big frameless mirrors, which I like. And out the back, well, when I had a full load yesterday, I had 7 people in this car. I gotta say, view out the back was a little bit difficult. And it probably would be nice to have one of those digital mirrors back here that you can turn on and off as need be. But otherwise, right now, it's actually very good, and that's with the center headrest down, because with it up yesterday and the person's heading away, it was annoying. It was very annoying. But I don't know, it's a really comfortable car to drive, and between its one pedal implementation, that auto drive mode that I absolutely love, Android Automotive, the heads-up display, which is brilliant, nice and bright, gives me the directions, tells me what speed I'm doing, what the cruise control is set at. It's just a real driver's car. And for the lack of buttons and stuff on this space over here, you don't need them. You really don't need them. Except for the glove compartment one, of course. I just had to say that, didn't I? Oh, here we go. Now look. I'm going down a hill and the car is coasting. It's actually accelerating. And now I'm putting the brake on and we're getting a bit of regen back into that battery. There you go. It's a clever mode. Volvo, you have done very well with your electrics, and this car is a testament to, I think, your learnings, and they're coming along super fast. All right, so what's going to be next? I don't know. Let's cut to Chris somewhere else. 0 to 100 in the EX90 is claimed at 4.9 seconds for this version, the performance. So I reckon it's actually faster. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And there we go. Okay, 380 kilowatts of power from the dual motors. Both versions get dual motors, and 910 newton meters of torque. It actually comes on thick and fast, and I guarantee you this car is definitely faster than what they claim. The twin version normal is 5.9 seconds, so definitely not a slouch. And for what is effectively like a family SUV, albeit luxury one, that is crazy fast. So, is the Volvo EX90 something that deserves your coin? Well, I guess if you can afford this type of car, absolutely. Given that in Australia we do not have access to the Tesla Model X, which is its nearest competitor perhaps, well actually there's probably better choices than that, Chris, but you get the idea. Remember that when they first came out, they're like $150,000 to $200,000. You can get this for a lot less. Do you really need the performance pack? No, I think 5.9 seconds is more than adequate, and the get up and go, and this is a lot of fun, don't get me wrong. You get some extra features which, yeah, I could do without. But then maybe you're getting out the luxury segment there. Probably not, I don't think you do. But other features that I think could be better, it should have 4 ISOFIX spots, so I'd like to see it in the 3rd row please, and 800-volt architecture. I know it's coming along with bi-directional charging. That's awesome, but in this current iteration, I think that 30-minute mark for the 250 kilowatt charger is okay. It's in line, it's good, don't get me wrong, but definitely could be better, especially paying this much money. But that said, I've really enjoyed my time with this car. Overall, beautiful to look at, great to sit in, very comfortable. People have complimented me on this car and I'm like, I'm sorry, it's not mine, but thanks. I agree, it's a great car. It really is. And little fun features like the Thor headlights there. It's a good party trick, isn't it? All right, if you've enjoyed this review, please do subscribe. I cover electric cars from an Aussie perspective. If you want to get early access, think about Ko-fi, or if you found this video helpful, super thanks is more than welcome. Otherwise, YouTube thinks that maybe one of these videos is something you would like to see, so do check them out. And coming up next is going to be, I think, the Mini Cooper SE, the new one, the 2025, 2026 model. Awesome, I'm looking forward to that because I love small cars. Mate, what a contrast. Previous one to this was an Insta. Yeah, check that out, it's over there. All right, you be good and see you soon.